Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck.
I'm not surprised.
The struggle is real, ladies and gentlemen. The struggle is real. We are not shooting today's video in the regular spot where I usually shoot. Now, this is not an OF video either, since I'm in the bed, but yeah, this video is actually brought to you by lower back pain. Because earlier this week, I broke my back. No, I'm just kidding. I did injure my lower back earlier this week doing routine work, and I guess it was just bad luck for me. And unfortunately, I'm not able to work this week, so I figured it would be the perfect time to hop back on YouTube and make some more prediction and thought videos on the upcoming fights. And in this week, we have the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman, taking on the up-and-comer, the hungry Joaquin Buckley. Yeah. So, honestly, guys, I think this fight is going to be a very good fight. You know, Kamaru Usman is coming out of retirement, and Joaquin Buckley is hungry, and he is climbing the rankings. And now, guys, I was just joking about Kamaru Usman coming out of retirement. He wasn't in retirement. He just been on the sidelines for a while now. I think he's coming off 3 straight losses. It was the fight against Leon Edwards where he got head shot. And then he rematched Leon Edwards, and then he lost a decision loss to Leon Edwards. And then he took a short notice fight against Hamzat Chimaev, which wasn't, easy at all. And those are his last 3 fights and his most recent losses. And then we have, the hungry, the up-and-comer, the guy who's been climbing the ranks, Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin is coming off a very good performance against, a former interim champ, which was Colby Covington. And now I know Colby Covington, hasn't been looking great lately either. So you can say what you want about that. But I do think that Joaquin Buckley does possess, the tools and the techniques and strategies and the IQ to take on a guy like Kamaru Usman. But now, my question is, I'm not saying Kamaru Usman is washed out. I don't think that he is. But my thing is, where does Kamaru Usman see himself? You know what I'm saying? Since he's been in the sidelines, and he hasn't fought recently. My question is to Kamaru Usman is where is his mind at? You know what I'm saying? Is he really trying to make another title run, or is he more on his way out, to actual retirement? You know what I'm saying? Because I do think that he can get over a guy like Joaquin Buckley, but my question is, can he get over a guy like Shavkat Rakhmonov, Ian Gary, you know what I'm saying? Sean Brady. Can Kamaru Usman get over guys like that? Now, and then I do question Joaquin Buckley's ability too, because he is facing a very experienced, former champ. I think at one point Kamaru Usman was considered the pound for pound. So my question is, can Joaquin Buckley go against a guy like that? Can he actually beat a guy like that? Or will Kamaru's experience just overwhelm Joaquin Buckley and give him a loss that he hasn't experienced in a while now? So those are the things that come to mind when I think and look at this fight. Is where is Kamaru Usman's mind at? Like where is he at in life? You know what I'm saying? Is he more on the way out, or is he really still trying to make another title run? And then for Joaquin Buckley is do you have what it takes to go up against an experienced former champ that can go 5 rounds, that has good wrestling, good grappling, and can take you into deep waters on that side of the perspective or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So those are my questions. And honestly, guys, I think if Kamaru, because I think Joaquin Buckley, he likes to make fights into a dogfight. I think he brings that aspect into the fights where he wants you to to throw wild punches. And as we've seen in previous fights, Joaquin can put people's lights out, right? He has a power. So I think if Joaquin wants to win this fight, I think he needs to make Kamaru Usman get sloppy, and and bring him into his own game plan, where he's gonna throw wild shots, and where Joaquin can counter with something nasty and knock out Kamaru Usman. Where Kamaru Usman, I feel like if he wants to win this fight, I think he needs to stay very composed, very technical, and just kind of, how you say, like, just break down Joaquin Buckley from the outside. You know what I'm saying? He just needs to break him down. I think this is a main event, so I think this is 5 rounds. So I think he needs to use all 5 rounds, break him down, hold him down if he needs to. And if that's how he wants to win, I think that's, I mean, if that's how, if he wants to win, I think that's the route he needs to take, because I think Joaquin is very dangerous, and if he gets sloppy, I think Joaquin Buckley can catch him with something nasty and puts his lights out. That's what I think. Going into this fight, where we are seeing an older Kamaru Usman on a 3-fight losing streak, going up a younger fighter who is Joaquin Buckley, coming off a couple of wins and looking for a title shot. I mean, that's what I think, guys. And then for this fight, it is hard for me to pick on who I think is going to win, just because I think it all just depends on where Usman's mindset is at right now. Like I said earlier, is he more on like his way out, or is he really trying to make another title run? Because I think that if he really is trying to make another title run, I think he can get through Buckley. But then again, like I said earlier, if he gets through Buckley, can he get through Shavkat Rakhmonov and Ian Gary, or a Sean Brady, or even a JDM? You know what I'm saying? Or even a Bilal. I know they had an interview which they haven't even released yet, and I would want to see Bilal Muhammad versus Kamaru Usman. And to be honest with you guys, in that fight, I guess I can see Bilal going through Usman. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, so for this fight, ladies and gentlemen, I think I am gonna have to go with, drumroll please. I think I'm just gonna have to go with Kamaru Usman, just because he has way more experience than Joaquin Buckley, and I don't ever see Kamaru Usman ever getting desperate in a fight. So I think he's gonna stay composed. I think he's gonna be very technical, and I think he's gonna implement a lot of the wrestling and grappling, and I think all that put together is going to get him a win over 5 rounds. I don't see this fight being stopped early. I don't think it's gonna be anything like how when Kobe faced Joaquin Buckley, where I think that was a doctor stoppage. I think Kobe took too much damage in the early rounds, and I don't see Kamaru Usman being like that. So for this fight, guys, I'm gonna have to go with Kamaru Usman, just because he is the veteran, and I think, like I said, I don't think he will get sloppy. I think he'll stay composed, and I think he can take this all 5 rounds and get the win over Joaquin Buckley. Unfortunately, I mean, that's how I see the fight going. I would love to see Joaquin get a win over Kamaru, just because I want to see him, you know what I mean, climb the rankings, and hopefully one day get to the title shot. I think he's a cool dude. So there you guys have it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, follow, whatever. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.